A sign of US-China agricultural collaboration right in the heart of America's Farm Belt, as an agribusiness tour party from northeastern China was shown various farming facilities in Iowa. This farm hosted Chinese President Xi Jinping when he visited here 6 years ago as vice president. But away from these fields, concern continues over the ongoing trade dispute between the two countries. The Trump administration's decision to impose tariffs on China led China to impose tariffs on a range of US products, a list that included soybeans. Lin Tan is executive president of a company that imports 300 million bushels of soybeans to China each year, a third of which comes from the US. He says the recent developments have made his job altogether more challenging.
The situation's been tough in the industry, and everybody was really concerned about that, and people worry about what would be the next step for the industry to go. When you buy soybean, you are not going to buy today and use that today, right? So most of the time you buy a half year before that, and then the beans shipping out from here and on the ocean, and you don't this time arrive in the country. And then you don't know when the policy will be there.
It's a key time for farmers here with the growing season well underway. But many farmers remain deeply concerned that if the issue of tariffs continue, they will be the ones counting the cost. Iowa exported more than $5 billion of soybeans to China last year. Grant Kimberly of the Iowa Soybean Association says there are already signs the market is changing.
It's always uncertain times. When you're putting your seed in the ground, you want to know that you're going to have a good market for it when it comes to be harvest time. I think there's certainly concern by soybean farmers right now, especially in light of what we've seen recently, that China has backed away from purchasing from the U.S., even though there's not any tariffs in place, but there's the threat of that and the uncertainty of that.
Roland Schnell is a farmer in the nearby town of Newton and a former president of the Iowa Soybean Association. He fears for the consequences if an agreement is not reached soon.
We've built good relationships with customers around the world, and if they find that for whatever reason our product is not a economically profitable thing to purchase, they're going to go elsewhere, and we're going to lose our market share. And I'm talking years and decades away, so that's frustrating.
This is what the soybean market looks like in Iowa. In Beijing and Washington, it's looking a lot different right now. Iowa's soybean farmers and their Chinese guests hope it won't be long before it's business as usual again. Dan Williams, CGTN, Newton, Iowa.